Oh.
I'm trying to think.
Well, here, Fran told
Shut the
me,
lights
was
off,
that from
save
your dad, Fran, was the
electricity.
best advice? He said, his dad said, don't mess it up. Just don't mess it up.
Oh, okay. Mine is like, shut the lights off. Don't waste
Oh,
electricity. You're leaving too many lights on in the house.
that's funny. Hey, we were pairing together our polo collar drop shoulder with the beautiful Easy Wear twill shorts. This is a stunning piece. So it's that really beautiful elevated lightweight sweater appropriate for spring and summer months. $38.47. It just immediately looks more refined in that lightweight sweater knit. Beautiful open collared neckline. Pale aqua is my first color. I also have it in French rose. And then a beautiful navy. Now it does come in a lime green. Okay, so super fun and zesty. There's only 7 dozen. It is the most limited. And if you're grabbing it today, those 5 easy payments do go away at the end of the day today. So it's $7.69. This is really pretty. We haven't seen a sweater knit like this yet in our 2-hour show.
No, you threw me off with the comment of the dad. Now my mind's
Oh,
racing.
you're like, what did? Well, my dad used to always tell me, how do you eat an elephant? This was always, whenever I was like overwhelmed or, you know, in school, it's like I had all the homework to do and all the things. He'd be like, Allie, how do you eat an elephant? Like, I don't know, Dad. I don't eat elephants. You know, when I was stressed or whatever. Because one piece at a time. And that's something I always like when I get overwhelmed or stressed. I remember that my dad always told me, like, listen, when it feels like you got the whole ocean in front of you, it's one bit at a time, just one step in the right direction. And to turn off the lights when I left the room, which now I tell my kids.
Yeah, my stepdad always, but I will always call him if my dad and my step, they're so different. So they give me great advice all the time. And he's always like, Jackie, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. So he always, calms me down, my stepdad, when I call it.
It'll all work out in the end. And if it hasn't worked out yet, it's not the end. So keep going.
He's a problem solver. So anyway, okay, back to this gorgeous, fabulous item. I love this.
Yeah.
It is such a nice hand. Again, I love a polo collar because it's such an updated classic look to a silhouette. And we are seeing polo collars, I'm sure you have, Allie, too, everywhere. Like, this is such an it style. The V isn't too low. It's a nice rib detail that goes back to the collar. And as you notice, it's a drop shoulder. Right? So the seam normally would start by your shoulder, but it's a drop shoulder, which it gives it such a nice look on the body going down to the rib detail around the sleeve. And it's not going to hug your arm again, like we said before, but it's just such a clean classic. I saw what you paired it with before. It looked fabulous.
Yeah.
Even with the pants that you're wearing now. I mean, this is an item that you can wear with so many different things, even shorts, your Bermuda shorts out. Look how pretty that is.
Do you love pinks?
I do. I'm a big blue girl, but I love pinks as well because it's such an it color. So
yeah.
I think the trends, I love that it's an it color this year. Like you said, Barbie, right? You were talking earlier.
Completely. Somebody once told me I wanted a dress in hot pink, and someone told me I was too old to wear pink.
Never too old. Nope.
I got the dress. I was like, oh, really?
Love that attitude.
But I liked it. It was like, well, it didn't matter. Oh, well, you're too old, you're too this, you're too young, for whatever it was kind of like I was a young adult. And it's like, okay, shouldn't we grow up now and not wear so much pink? And I was like, excuse me? I like it. So wear what you love. I will say this fabric, rich in cotton, it's 55% cotton, it's 25% rayon and 20% nylon. It feels like a very refined cashmere. It has that like very, very soft hand like Jackie was talking about. I think it also looks very expensive because of that. That lime green, wildly limited. If we have it in your size, grab it. But it does give you that ease of versatility. Speaking of dads on Father's Day, Jackie, my dad, it was his dream when he was young to be a commercial airline pilot. He served as a helicopter pilot in the Army and then became a commercial airline pilot. Oh. And so growing up, if we would fly with him and we would fly standby, but this was like when they would print you like your true printing tickets. Do you remember the boarding passes that they would print and it was like the transfer paper was behind? Do you ever remember that?
Yes.
I know there's a name for that type of paper. Is it transfer paper? Anyways, that's like in the early days when my dad first started working. But you had to wear a collared shirt, even in standby, because if there was an empty seat open in first class, you had to be dressed because there was a dress
Right.
code. You know, and
Yeah.
so I remember like I was 7. I'm like, I don't have a collared shirt, you know. But there is just something like so pulled together and refined, but it can also be very easy, especially with the Easy Wear Twill short. So pair it with pants. Gosh, I mean, look at this look with our little cinched pant. Wouldn't this be
So
pretty?
cute.
A
Yeah, and
dockside dinner.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, the drop shoulder gives it a whole sophisticated look. I love a nice drop
It's a little-
shoulder because it updates the silhouette
Yes.
completely, you know, and
Yep.
this is like a silk hand, right? It feels very silky and soft because of the fabrication detail. So it's so cute. The colors are great basics.
Navy, that pop of pink in French rose, pale aqua, and then the lime green is available as well. It's just really limited. So $38.47. Okay, so do you remember our two-piece, our two for one? Really, really popular. We're down to sunlight yellow, but there's only